Victims of child abuse. What was the moment your parents realized they couldn't hurt you anymore? My first memory is the time my mom punished me with hunger after I dropped a glass on the floor. Probably because it set the tone for the rest of my childhood. Heck, even when I became an adult, I was too scared to fight back. But my breaking point came when she made a spare key to my home behind my back and used it to plant snow in my room, all because I told her I couldn't drive her to the mall. Thankfully, I saw it and flushed it down the toilet just before the cops arrived. But it was clear that if I never stood up to her, my life would be destroyed. It was time for my mom to face consequences. So I bought a Tinder Platinum subscription and made my mom the best damn profile in the world. The next few hours consisted of me swiping right on every male and immediately sending them a message with my mom's address, followed by a text that said, "Feel free to come over at any time, winky face." And when I finally reached my goal of texting 1,000 men, I proceeded to have the best week of my life. The daily calls from my mother with demands and harsh language had finally stopped. And before you ask, sure, I did feel a little worried, but all I knew was that I had finally stood up for myself, and my mom was leaving me alone for the first time ever. But I guess nothing good lasts forever, because eventually she did call. She was begging and pleading with me to let her into my home, because she was in great pain and danger with nowhere to go. But as I listened to her crying pleas, all I could picture was 8-year-old me, on day 3 of being locked in my room, unable to fend for myself. So I just hung up, deleted all traces of her Tinder account, and continued my life of freedom and newfound happiness. All was well, until one day I got a random call from her neighbor. He told me my mom's mail had been piling up over the last 3 weeks, and when he went to knock on her door, he peered through the window and found she had unalived herself. My hands went cold. Were they gonna find out what I did? What was going to happen to me? But he told me that it was clear she lost her mind, because she was inviting a bunch of guys to her house every day, and was acting super paranoid, which was also the explanation he gave to the police. I never attended her funeral, and all traces of my mother have been deleted from my life. For the first time ever, my life was finally mine.